from Tampa Bay's news leader. This is 10 News at 6:30.
Where in the world are the Haken kids tonight? The brothers who detectives say were kidnapped. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tammie Fields.
For most people, the weekends are the primary time for fun and games. It's not the case for 10 News anchor Tammie Fields, who anchors the evening news on Saturdays and Sundays. News doesn't stop on the weekends, and Miss Fields told me that a lot goes into planning for the weekend newscast.
Here on the weekends, I almost act as a managing editor. Even though I'm just coming to work and it's like 4:30 or so, we've been working on our show since 10 o'clock this morning. We have a conference call at home where there's a manager on the call, as well as all the key players, the writers, the assignment desk. And throughout the day, we are going back and forth with each other on development and questions. Even though we're not in the building, we're working all the way up until our show goes on the air at 6 o'clock or 11 o'clock.
Next, I asked Miss Fields on just what inspired her to become a journalist. She told me it all started with a single event she saw in high school.
And my school bus drove past one of the worst race riots in this country's history, and I never knew about it until I was watching 60 Minutes and saw a full-length piece on it when I was in high school. I went to school, I asked my newspaper advisor if she would allow me to write a newspaper article about it. It was printed on the front page of the paper, and really the rest is history. But I've been a journalist since high school.
Finally, I asked Miss Fields for some advice for people choosing to enter this profession.
My biggest piece of advice, if you want to become a journalist, is know why you would like to become a journalist. I personally would be a journalist for free. If you're not willing to do it for free, because you're going to have to when you start out anyway practically, then this isn't the business for you.
I would sincerely like to thank Tammie Fields for taking the time out of her busy schedule to help complete this interview. For USF Broadcast News, I'm Cody Joyner.